In some of my sermons, really, the way we are going to succeed is by working together. The way we are going to be able to succeed is by getting to know each other. And these are excellent opportunities to understand each other, because a lot of times what you fear is what you do not know. And so these are excellent platforms that have been created by our masjid here, and also the synagogues and the churches in the area, to create this atmosphere. Because ultimately, if we know each other a little bit more, understand each other a little bit more, we're going to be able to achieve a lot. So thank you again for coming here, and if there's anything that we can do to make this more welcoming, please do let us know. Thank you again.
The final book that came to Muhammad is in its integral form, and we revere it as the actual Word of God. So we respect those earlier works, absolutely. They are a part of our faith tradition, but for us, it's the Quran that is the actual Word of God.
And it's the same tradition of saying the similar greetings in the Jewish faith tradition, says Shalom, which means the exact same thing. We, the Islamic faith community in general, call the Christians and the Jews as people of God, and we call them as our brothers and sisters, because we all, at some point, if we start going back into genealogy, find a common prophet, and that is Abraham. That's where all three religions find their pivotal point. We'll talk more about those things. Is this on, or? Nicole and I will hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes be sharing the background here. But I just want to take a quick minute and do a pop quiz. I know Tim said that you are here to learn, but I think there's a process of learning that you should also be bringing some information to us. I'm just kidding. All right, but regardless to say, I would like to start with an opportunity here to ask a question. Do we know the history of the United States and the first country to embrace the United States as a sovereign, independent country? Which one was that country? Or which country accepted the United States as the first independent sovereign state? Any ideas? Any takers? All right, Michelle?
Oh, Morocco?
Morocco. The king of Morocco was the first person to identify and accept the United States as the independent sovereign state once we declared our independence from Great Britain. So the history goes way beyond than the common history of Muslims in the United States. Because Morocco and the United States in general had a very good trade relation to begin with before we even became independent. So that's why the first person to take the pledge and declare the support for our Declaration of Independence was King of Morocco. Which is the most populous Muslim country in the world? Any ideas? Indonesia and Malaysia, and they are in the far East Asian belt. And if you look into the economical depth of those countries, they are as progressive and as dynamic as the economy of Japan. Japan is probably third or fourth economical strength in the world right now, and the economy of Malaysia and Indonesia is pretty close as well. There are 1.5 to 1.7 billion Muslims all around the globe. About 10 to 15% of that entire Muslim population lives in Middle East. Rest lives in the other part of the world. There's a lot to talk about, the smaller group discussion during the table talk, about the politics, the geopolitics, and of course, that discussion can lead into political science subject matter. But I think we really cannot talk or decouple that conversation from what we hear about Islam and the Muslims throughout the world. Unfortunately, it's a very unfortunate state that the 1.5, 1.7 billion Muslims around the world, they're often at times are painted with just one large paintbrush, and the stories are just told in that narrative whatever suits the media. We'll not talk too much during the my time about that. I would like to give this floor now to Nicole so she can talk a little bit about the history of Islam. But before we get there, I also want to welcome you all to Nur Islamic Culture Center. You all are coming here in peace, and we will have friendships and acquaintances built today together, and then we hope that this is going to be a journey that will continue on in years ahead, because there is a very strong collaborative interfaith partnership throughout Central Ohio that exists between all faith traditions. It's just not the Abrahamic faith traditions, it's with Hindus, with Muslims, Christians, Jews, Sikhs, Jains, you name it. Name a religion in the world that exists here also in Greater Columbus area, and we have a partnership established. Thank you to Tim, and thank you to Karen for taking the leadership of bringing this scholarship and this ecumenical service opportunity here at the Nur Islamic Culture Center today. With that, I'll take 1 minute and just talk about what Nur Islamic Culture Center is. The Muslim community in Central Ohio is not the new kid in the block. We have been here since late 50s, early 60s. There has been people who have been coming to the Ohio State University as the students, and they have decided that they chose Columbus as their home. So we have definitely second, third, fourth generation Muslims living in Greater Columbus area. Definitely Nur Islamic Culture Center, we are a new kid in a sense that as an institution we are new. We are a 12-year-old institution. We started our operation in September 2005. Our mailing list is about 5,000 to 6,000 people, I would say. There are a lot of different programs and activities that happen on our campus. And it's not the size of our campus, it's the amount of activities that happen here that has made us inclusive among the top 10, at least the top 10 Islamic institutions in the country right now. You name it, Outreach, Interfaith, educational, social, religious, cultural, any program or activity that happens here, there's a high possibility that there's somewhere nationwide there's a small institution, Islamic institution, that's trying to replicate a similar program on their campuses as well. There are a lot larger campuses in the country, but sometimes their programmings are very small. But given our size of the community, the amount of programs that happen here are very extensive and very well perceived in the rest of the Muslim nations nationwide. With that, I would also say we also host one of the largest weekend school program.
Mm-hmm.